Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back, at last, to another Mortal Kombat 11 reaction video. So, the trailer for the final DLC character in Kombat Pack 1, Spawn, was released last night. I actually haven't had an opportunity to watch this yet because I was watching Final Combat in Dame Falcon's stream on Twitch, and I had to run out of the room in order to avoid actually seeing this so that I could do a reaction and not have it be spoiled. Especially because, as those of you who are regulars to my channel and Mortal Kombat videos know, I missed doing a Joker reaction. I apologize for that. I was sick at the time, so I didn't get a chance to actually sit down and film anything, and I saw, without planning on it, the Joker trailer in somebody else's stream while I was sick before I got a chance, so I didn't think that doing a video where it was kind of like a secondary reaction would be worthwhile, so really wanted to make sure that I could do this one. So, now it is the next morning, and I am excited and ready to go and watch this. So a lot of people have been very, very excited about Spawn, waiting for him really for years and years, so I'm hopeful. You know, last night after I got back into Dame Falcon's stream, everybody in the chat was talking about how excited they were and how great they felt this was, so fingers crossed. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the trailer. Spawn, final DLC character in Kombat Pack 1 for Mortal Kombat 11. Here we go. And against Scorpion, okay. Appropriate.
We can purge the 10 hells. Only if you follow my lead. All due respect, that's not in the cards.
Woo! Keith David sounds so good. It's perfect. I'm so glad they got. Oh. Oh, that's a cool. Okay. So he's got the green with the crushing blows. Oh my god. Oh, okay. That floaty move. Well, this is a cool classic outfit. Wait, so he can stay invisible and fight? Oh my god, that's gonna be crazy. Blows. Chains. Alright, so is that like a buff? Oh my god, the cape looks so good! Alright. Look out, Scorpion. Oh. Alright, that fatal blow is awesome! Let's see the fatality. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh my god.
Fatality. Spawn wins.
Oh my god, that looks so good! Oh my god. Alright, and March 17th he comes out. So this, the skin pack I actually saw. I got spoiled on Twitter ahead of time. So I knew about the skin pack this time. I knew that was coming. Alright, so let's take a second here. Talk about what we just saw, huh? Alright. So first of all, he looks insane. I know that for a long time people were saying that one of the reasons they weren't sure if they could really incorporate Spawn into a game like this, into previous Mortal Kombats, for instance, because people have been asking for this for like 10 years at least, was the cape, the way the cape is supposed to look and move. and it looks like they really nailed it. The cape seems to move really smoothly. It looks great in action, and seems to be pretty heavily incorporated into some of his moves as well, which is really interesting and fun. So we saw, for instance, that one move in the middle of the trailer where he's kind of just floating up in the air for a bit, hovering, and then is able to move over and engage in another attack. So he's got kind of an air float move. You see similar things with Kitana, though hers kind of lasts not quite so long. There's also Sindel, but hers, unfortunately, unless you go into custom variations, you can't connect Sindel's kind of floaty, hovery move into any of her actual moves. So you can't combo off of that or anything. It's just kind of a useless move unless you use it to, say, jump over projectiles, get away from things. So I'm wondering if maybe Spawns is going to be more practical in use in game. I'd hope so. I think that a lot of people are really hoping for that. So, and I'm optimistic about that based on what we've seen so far. Another thing that people had been wondering about was, since Spawn has the chains, whether he would have some moves that were kind of similar to what you saw with Takeda in MKX. And whether that would maybe kind of rule out Takeda as a future DLC character. Now, I don't know if this necessarily does that, because the chain moves, while there's some similarities, does seem quite different. And it's interesting the way that they've utilized them. It seems to be a lot of like grabbing moves, drawing, or even like sort of like Scorpion Spear in a way in some moves, able to draw the character off across screen or bring you as Spawn to your opponent. And then there's some interesting stuff I'm going to have to go back and watch, but that involve invisibility as well. So we saw, Spawn was able to turn invisible after throwing out this chain whip move and attacking Scorpion and kind of like crunching his head in some interesting way. And then he was able to remain basically cloaked in invisibility and continue attacking. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to work out. Is it going to be something where he, say, has one particular combo string off of, or like a couple of variations on the combo string off of the one move where he first goes invisible, so like even if he's not visible, you have a sense of what the potential attack options are going to be? Or is it just like, he's invisible, he can do pretty much anything for a certain amount of time while you can't see him, and you're kind of just like blocking, freaking out, wondering, okay, what is he going to do, what's going on? So I'm super curious. I'm curious to see how he's going to play in more depth. I'm hoping that we're going to get a combat cast this week where they'll actually go over some of his moves. I thought I saw some things like some low starters and it kind of seemed like he was moving sort of slow, but he has such huge range that maybe that's not necessarily a terrible thing. But we'll see. Like I said, I hope there's a combat cast and we'll get more details about exactly how he plays and what you can do with him, and whether these special moves are incorporated into a particular variation or if they are general or what it is. So really excited to see that. As for the way he's represented and looks, like I already mentioned the cape, but really everything else, the green kind of glow that he has out of his eyes at the beginning, but that also they incorporated into things like his crushing blows, it seems, which is super cool, and then obviously also incorporated into the fatal blow and fatality. I think that fatal blow is one of the best in the game. It was super cool. The fatality also, when he's wrapping him up in the cape and then I have to give it to all the people for all these years who have been saying Spawn should be in a Mortal Kombat game. It seems like, based on this, that they knew exactly what they were talking about, and I know a lot of people were disappointed that he was the last in the Kombat Pack, but based on what we've seen so far just with this, it seems like maybe it was worth it to take as much time as needed to really like plan him out and figure out the animations and do whatever they needed to do, because he's looking really good so far. So So yeah, as for the skin pack and everything, you know, as I mentioned, I was spoiled about that on Twitter ahead of time, but it took me a little while to try and figure out who everyone actually even was supposed to be representing. I know a lot of people are going to be super disappointed that there's the skin pack and then there's the special combat pack skin, and that with between those two things, there's two skins for Jackie. So let me just say, I can understand that. It does seem a little weird that there would be two skins for one character coming out at the exact same time. And I know a lot of people are really sick of Jackie right now anyway because she's such a strong, dominant character in the game and she's all over tournaments. So I get it. But at the same time, you know, Jackie hasn't had any skins in any of the skin packs or with the combat pack specials so far. She's had none. And she's had, I believe, just one Combat League skin, and that was way back near the beginning in like season 2 of Combat League. So, you know, I can understand maybe they're trying to catch up a little bit, especially when there are so many Jackie players out there. And I know a lot of Jackie players are not fans of most of her skins. I really like her jacket one, but I know they've been disappointed, so I can understand why they would do that. I'm okay with that. Jackie is Hellspawn. That looks insane. I want to see what it looks like actually on her, what she looks like kind of in motion with it. So we'll see, but it looks pretty intense and cool. I mean, I as a Scarlet player, kind of wish they would have given it to Scarlet. But then again, she's gotten the Cold War skin recently and her classic skins, and they're fabulous, so I can't complain too much about that. And then the second Jackie skin, that's the one I was having the most trouble figuring out, identifying. I think a lot of people are now saying that that is Ripley from the Alien series, and if so, I mean that's pretty cool. You know, I like that. I like that idea. So I'm excited about that. Aaron Black as Indiana Jones is fabulous. Come on. That's something that people have been suggesting as a potential like movie tie-in for him for a while, and it looks fabulous. Perfect. Kotal, I think, is Conan the Barbarian, and I want to see that more in motion before I make any judgment on it. I'm not 100% on it, but it could be cool. I get this whole like matinee idea tying in with Spawn does make sense to me, so I'm cool with it. Those are 3 characters that haven't really gotten any skins in any of these packs yet, so fine by me, and I love Indiana Jones, so come on. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, I think Spawn looks fantastic so far. What do you guys think? Are you going to try him when he comes out? Are you anticipating him being a strong character? Are you somebody that's been wanting to see this character in the game? And if so, what do you think? Are you happy with what you've seen? Are you somebody that doesn't really know anything about Spawn? And if so, what do you think? Do you think this is a good addition, even though you don't really recognize the character? So I'd just like to hear your thoughts on this too. And like I said, hopefully we will have a combat cast this week and we'll get to actually see more of his gameplay and have a concrete idea of what he's going to be able to do and bring to the game. So other than that, you know, we're now just waiting to see about a future Combat Pack 2, if that's going to come out and who might be in it. So I'll be waiting with bated breath and fingers crossed for some good characters. And maybe some more fun announcements about the future. Maybe the addition of other stages, classic stages would be cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm still excited about things to come for Mortal Kombat, and I hope you are too. But all right, I'm gonna wrap this up here now. I think I've babbled on long enough. So again, let me know your thoughts on Spawn, and otherwise, just thank you so much for joining me today, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.